Why does the wheel go round? What makes it turn? What makes it go? Why does the sea go up and down? What makes it wet? What makes it moan? Who made the sun? Why does it dazzle so? What is light? What is smoke? When it flies, where does it go? Who is God? Why do we pray? Does he hear the things I say?
Do we elders see the world as a child sees it? Have we the patience, the wisdom, the open, receptive mind to guide a child to be a seeker after truth? By the time a child learns to use its hands, its character has already begun to be built.
कुछ नहीं भाई, जरा जल्दी में था इसलिए
आप बाहर नहीं जाएंगे।
हजार मर्तबा कहा है कि बाहर जाते हुए मत टोका करो।
क्यों ना टोका करूं? जब देखो काम काम काम, कभी बीवी बच्चों।
What the child eye sees, the child mind absorbs.
जहन्नम में जाओ तुम और तुम्हारी खुशी। तुमने तो जीना दूर कर दिया। नॉनसेंस।
So it is shaped, ill or well. A home is what we make it, a place to stay, or a haven of content. Let the child see within it love, honor, and respect, and it will learn never to depart from the ideals that are set. With love, discipline is easy, easy to enforce, easy to obey. With discipline and love, freedom has a different meaning. Between the freedom of the wind and the discipline of the string is the balance of the kite's flight. There is discipline, too, in the graceful flight of birds. With the beginning of formal education, the child mind begins to correlate image with name, to understand figures and symbols. But it also reacts to its teacher. Outside the home, his is the personality that molds the child. And what about the teacher? What does he see? Faces? Mischief? Does he see beyond, into the heart and mind of the child? Does he heed his own voice, his action, his method, his goal? Does he remember that he is the book they read? Spare the rod and spoil the child is an old adage. But what has today's teacher done to be punished so? To be ignored, forgotten, unhonored and unsung? To live in obscurity and contend with hardship? To struggle every day with poverty? yet, endowed with that rarest of gifts, an understanding heart, the teacher is to his little community both a mentor and a friend. While some men build with brick and stone, he builds with flesh and blood. Often, at his feet is born tomorrow's man. In his labor of love, parents' praise is often his only reward. It helps him not to wear in his task of teaching the young. So, when two eyes, the teacher's eye and the parent's eye, work together, they help nurture and lead the young from darkness into light. The child eye looks for applause in return for effort. The parent eye, with appreciation, sees health and ability in its child. The teacher eye sees discipline and accomplishment. It looks on several hundred children with pride and satisfaction. But what does the fourth eye, the government eye, see? Not one child or two, not several hundred even, but hundreds of thousands scattered all over the land. India has some 60 million students and well over 1 million teachers. Who is to provide for them all? Of course, teachers should be paid more. Of course, we should have better books and better schools. But can we do without dams and food, without homes and hospitals, without roads and railways? If there are 4 viewpoints on education, there are 4 times as many on developing the nation. The formula is difficult to find. We can only try for those things in education which money cannot buy. Over 60 million students, each one not just a number, but each one with a mind and a soul to be awakened. Realization of this is the beginning of good education. The human eye is the same, but each eye has a different outlook. Different ideas on life and living are natural. But why does this sort of thing happen? Or this? Who or what is responsible? Is it just a childish prank? Or have the parents and the teachers failed to play their part? When we speak of sports, do we include sportsmanship? And if we want to cultivate sportsmanship, is this the way? Or is this the way? As in sport, so in life. There are losses, there are gains. But to win or lose is not the point. It's the spirit of the game. True education is teaching the young to behave as they do not behave. In this, it is not so much the words as the deeds that count. Cleanliness of place and person, discipline in thought and action are as important as reading and writing. This costs no money, just a little effort. Soon, cleanliness in the classroom becomes cleanliness in the home and in daily life. There are 4 outlooks on education. If one eye can see all these 4 viewpoints, the differences merge into one outlook. This is the fifth eye, the eye of understanding. The eye that sees both within and without. This fifth eye helps both the teacher and the student to meet halfway, to see each other's point of view. This is more so at the university stage, when the student has his first taste of freedom. Now, the student eye is selective. It can pick and choose. It can discriminate. The university student is no more a child to be taught. He or she must choose to learn or not, must choose the way of learning, must choose between mugging and creative thinking. Is a lesson in chemistry just an experiment, or is it a search for universal laws, a search for truth? Prisms and refraction, are they lessons in passage of light or in passage of time? Can education not be an adventure, a telescoping of the past and a journey into the future? Can education not fire the imagination of man and feed the flames of genius? Can it not give wings to dreams and might to brawn and brain? In biology, a student learns all about animal life. But to make this study worthwhile, where should it begin? In the textbook? In the classroom? Or is the right approach to be found in an exchange of views between the students and the teachers? With sympathy and understanding, information becomes knowledge. But knowledge, to be dynamic, must be charged with character. But character and cheating cannot go together. There can be no cheating without a little self-destruction. Cheating is contemptible. To cheat is to repudiate knowledge. To cheat is to insult and degrade your own intelligence. Where is your pride? Where is your self-respect? Can you cheat God? Can you cheat life? Should friends be cheated? And those who work with you? Is this the way to make your parents proud of you? Alas, parents too sometimes abandon discipline and injure the process of education, conniving to cover up a wrong. Should parents do this? Can two wrongs set right an injury done? Can money buy integrity or restore the respect that is gone? Students err. So do teachers when they breed parrots instead of thinkers. Even the authorities err who believe that an examination is the only goal of knowledge, that his question paper is a true test of education. What about character, teamwork, sportsmanship? Are these not as important? Can we forget that the battles of life are fought on the playing fields of schools? What about grandfather's platitude? A healthy mind in a healthy body. What about discipline, without which liberty becomes license, without which freedom has no meaning? What about lessons in leadership and unity, courage and tolerance, patience and self-help? Lessons which can stand in good stead all through life. What about training, which brings out the best in the youth of our land? Training which puts service before self. Students do have grievances, but are strikes the way to redress them? Can't students' unions, parliaments in miniature, create better understanding? For it is no more difficult to inspire than it is to debase. Has any problem ever been solved by working at cross purposes? Are strikes and violence better than reason and negotiation? By what the students decide today, their future will be shaped. Tomorrow is theirs, but they will get only what they deserve. Education is not a formula, it is a way of life. The school is only its workshop. Here it forges the key that opens the door to opportunity. Like any organism, it grows and reflects the mental development of our species. It is a process on which there are 4 viewpoints: the student eye, the parent eye, the teacher eye, the government eye. But all the eyes working in harmony can evolve the 5th eye, the eye of understanding. The understanding and sympathy which expresses itself in the work we do in later life. No matter what the work, if we do it sincerely, to the best of our ability, we are educated. It is not necessary to know the classical languages to possess the 5th eye. The ability to look upon ourselves as Indians first and last. The ability to think with the head as well as work with the hand. The ability to work together as a team, to work with understanding, courage, and cheerfulness is to be educated, is to possess the 5th eye. The students of today are the citizens of tomorrow, the future architects and builders, scientists and chemists, engineers and doctors, leaders and administrators, officers and jawans, molders of India's destiny. What every youth is in himself today, so will the nation be tomorrow. Our earth is like an enormous eye, gazing in wonder at the universe. What then of the living eye? Can it not see the wonder world of education? Can it not develop the 5th eye? The eye that knows that the true purpose of education is the making of man.